well, we've got millions of people trooping across our border. Don't think for a moment that some of them couldn't be associated with Iranian terrorist activity. You talked about them being the world's largest sponsor of terror. They have a global terror campaign, and they're determined to use it to their advantage against the president of the United States who refuses to stand up to them.
Do you agree with me that China now is officially our number one geopolitical foe that has now aligned with Russia and the mullahs in Iran?
Absolutely, not close. Back in May of 20 in the Nixon Library, I spoke about this very thing, the CCP as being the central threat to our children and grandchildren's way of life. They're at the center of most of the challenges that America will face in the next decade.
Okay, so when we look at China, we see intellectual property theft, we see unfair trade practices, we see hostile actions against our Air Force in international airways, international waterways, hostile actions towards our Navy. They threaten our ally Taiwan, the spy balloon incident. Then we have COVID, and there are never any consequences for any of these actions. And Joe wants to kind of keep hitting the reset button, thinking, I guess, that at some point China's going to like us and they're going to start being nice to us. Why do I believe that is beyond naive, and that President Xi is just going to do whatever he wants, regardless of what Joe Biden says or does?
You believe that, Sean, because the evidence points to that. There's not a single example where Xi Jinping has actually lived up to a promise he's made to reduce his threat to the United States. He told President Obama in 2015, stood in the Rose Garden and said, I'm not going to arm the Spratly Islands. He turned around and armed them. He told the people of Hong Kong, you'll get 50 years. He took that over. The list of Xi Jinping's lies is long. And so for President Biden to sit with him and say, hey, let's work on climate change together, Xi Jinping says, oh, my goodness, absolutely. You restrict your energy. You harm your economy. You buy all this green product from us. And then we'll see what we'll do about our coal-fired power plants. Sean, you and I can both predict how many coal-fired power plants will be shut down by China in the next 2 years. I think the answer is literally zero. They will lie. He will promise whatever it takes to get through the meeting.